good people of planet Earth. Yeah, it is actually a motorcycle on the workbench. This is, you know, a while back in a video I was out with Stonebridge. You know the one, he's ribbed for your pleasure and he's the Hare and Hounds Man of the Year. Yeah, him. I'm now with the housewife's favourite, RTG's over there. There he is, look. Basically, we stripped the DR, as you can see, and we've done, with Richard's help, because this is a learning curve for me, new headstock bearings, new front wheel bearings, rear bearings. We've stripped and cleaned the swing arm. We put the swing arm bearings in, and we're basically going to put the whole bike together. But the whole point of doing this originally was to put a rally tower on, which is something I bought from a top chap over in Portugal, and that is Adventure One Adventure. I'll find the rally tower in a bit, but we're also putting on an Acerbis tank, so it's going to go from 7 litres to 14. And I'm not going to show you every single thing we've done. I'm just going to show you the finished result. So if you feel inspired to do some of your DR or just point and laugh, it's up to you. Bonjour. Well, today basically it's new chain, new sprockets, new completely overhauled calipers, new pads, of course, all the electrics. We've done the front end, we've done headstock bearings. Yeah, the whole thing's had a great service, and this is just a little preview of, well, earlier it was just a frame and an engine basically, wasn't it? Now it's coming together. The Adventure One rally tower's on, the DR400, a 21-year-old machine with a state-of-the-art rally tower. So that's all wired in thanks to RTG over there. Lot of work he's done, very, very kind. That has transformed the thing, and Mason's been hanging around helping and learning. There's a little bit more still to go on the bike. One of the next jobs will be the upcoming job at some point is the 14 litre Acerbis tank. Finally. What's it taken? I think it's been 6 days over the course of a month. Me and RTG have worked long and hard on this to get it to the stage it is now. So we've got from One Adventure in Portugal, the LED upgraded rally tower. We've done the front wheel bearings. We've put on a 14 litre long range fuel tank. We've done swing arm bearings top and bottom. We've got a new rear fender on, we've got new chain, new sprockets, had a full service, and it's ready for an MOT. Yes, the day has come. A Saturday. A very grey Saturday, but it's done. All the work is complete. I'm going to tell you more about it when we're somewhere nicer in terms of backdrop. This is just work, but yeah, literally taxed it a couple of minutes ago. I'm ready to go and do a bit of a shakedown lap. Here it is, it's second or 22nd time out of the Oxdrove. This time it's just Mason out after the work that's been done. Maybe I think I'm a bit excited. I want to do some riding, and I'll tell you a bit more about the work that went into doing this and how all of a sudden its cousin arrived. Look what RTG's got. He's got a fine collection going on now. I'm chuffed to bits. He's got a DRZ400e. Right, let's go and get muddy. Right, Rich, have you turned your traction control off? I have. And have you turned off your ABS? I have, yeah. Wait, hang on a minute. I don't think they invented it 22 years ago. Well, they... I do have a worn front disc, so I have got pulse braking. So pulse braking because of a worn disc. Very good. Go on RTG, I'll follow you. Get some filming. Last time I got this soaking wet was up on Salisbury Plain, and we had a bit of a, well, it stopped running basically. We think when we stripped the bike down, we figured out that it was the HT lead, because we checked the carb, we did all sorts. Whilst, you know, doing the work on the bike, we thought it would make sense to check a number of things, and RTG spotted that little lead, HT lead, and the wires just were a bit frayed and a bit shit, so we trimmed it and redid it. I'm going to cross over because I'm familiar with this side, not being crazy deep. Famous last words. Ooh. Just slow it up for the dog walker. Morning. You're welcome. What a giggle. Like Rich said, it's the best of both worlds, in the sense that he was saying earlier he's got the WR250 and the T7. This is in between, because I gather he's going off to the Czech Republic. What are you doing, Rich?
Trans-Czech Trail. 5 days of muddy lunacy, I believe.
And this is why you got this puppy, yeah. Just for an experiment, and so far so good. Right, back to this bad boy girl thing. As you saw in some of the pictures, videos even earlier, it was stripped down to just the engine and the frame, along with RTG's fantastic help. Basically what I've done is, first off, from one adventure in Portugal, I bought this rally tower specific to the Suzuki DRZ400e. It didn't take long to get here. Rally Raid put me in touch with a guy in Portugal because they didn't have any, and said, if you fancy it, just buy it direct from him. So I did. So thanks, Rally Raid, and thanks One Adventure. It's a great bit of kit. I've also bought a Garmin Zumo 595, put that on the dash, which is also the speedo and also obviously directions. I bought an Acerbis longer range tank, so it's gone from 7 to about 14 litres. We have done every single bearing, front wheel, rear wheel, swing arm linkage, suspension linkage. We've got new chain, new sprockets. The bike's been serviced. It's had a full strip down and service of both front and rear brake calipers, obviously new pads, and and all the wiring that Rich did. So from the ECU to about here is still standard. Everything else up front is brand spanking new. We added the indicators because the ones that were on there before, well, they're about the size of the end of a knitting needle and a waste of time. We've also bought a, I think it's off a WR250, the rear light cluster and indicators, possibly RTG or no more. And, well, that's about it. Now, I have been riding it on the road to get here, obviously, and off-road, and it's more than capable. The idea is that my youngest son, Charlie, will be riding this when we do a 2-week trip down through France, Italy, Austria, Germany. But I've been chatting to Rich, it's like it needs a 6th or 7th gear. Now, I can change the rear sprocket, obviously, drop down 4 teeth to see if that makes a difference, but it's a long way to thrash that engine. So Charlie, if you're watching this before I talk to you,
there is a possibility of borrowing a different machine, because we won't be doing any off-road when we go, because there's 3 of us and it is purely a father-son trip into the mountains, mostly road work. So we might have to put a plan B in place, but I am very, very pleased with how this has turned out. And I think Rich was so pleased how well it turned out, he bought one himself. And he picked it up a couple of days ago.
Yesterday, in fact.
Yesterday, in fact. So this is what mine looked like. There's a perfect example. That's exactly what it looked like before we did the work. Same headlight, same tank, everything. So the changes have been... Obviously the biggest thing is the headlight, but the rest is subtle, I think you'll agree. Bonjour! Oh, on the button! I'm just getting into the habit of putting the nav on with a speedo, because it is the only speedo. Not that I need it here. RTG, he's away. He said he's fed up with going at the back because I'm getting him muddy. Woohoo! We're going to do a quick switcheroo. Rich is going to ride mine. I'm going to ride his, just to see what they're like. I need a ladder, yes. Richard's is a lot taller. I think we'll have to do a galloping start. Clutch in gear, hop on as we go. And away! Well, what can I say? It's exactly the same. Mason has to get off on a rolling finish as well, because it's tall. They feel exactly the same.
I would say that yours is a little bit more snappy, it's a bit more responsive.
Do you think that's the new throttle cable though?
It might be, and your engine doesn't sound as worn out as my engine. I think mine's got a...
Are you hearing like a rattle, a low end rattle in yours?
Yeah, like
not alarming though, because I can't sense it. It doesn't feel any more vibey.
It doesn't vibe. I mean, everything's there. I think the good carb clean makes a lot of difference.
I think that's what helped this when we stripped it down, did a carb clean. It's made it more responsive.
Because this, yeah, yours is like much more...
Wants to go really quick.
It pulls harder, faster. This is a little bit, so it might just...
I wonder if the gearing's different.
Could be, because I don't know what the chain and sprockets are on yours.
I think mine is standard at... Did we put a 52?
Didn't we go longer on yours so you had better road speed?
Well, that was yet to happen. We were yet to put another 4 teeth on.
Right, okay.
Sorry, dropping teeth to give it more legs. So that could be the other thing, is that yours might be... The gearing feels a little bit longer in that.
Yeah.
These feel a bit shorter.
Yeah.
But other than that, the 2 Aussie tractors... And mine feels quite low.
I can't get my foot on the equaliser. That was tricky.
Yours is high up.
Yeah.
Your gear lever's really high up. Well, for me anyway. Oh man, I don't want to belittle the T7, but when you change ruts or puddles or mud, the thing just, well, it just goes where you point it. I guess it's obviously because it's the weight and everything. I do love this bike. Quick photo stop. Beautiful. What did you just say?
You know when you think, I've just bought the right one? that's this sucker.
That's what Rich is feeling. You know what it's like when you think you bought the right one. Oh, I'm chuffed to bits you like it, Rich. It's that in between. You got a 250, 400, 700 and 1290. You got all the boxes ticked.
1800 gold wing next.
1800 gold wing. What, with knobblies?
I'm not quite Matt Spears yet.
Nice. He had to get a move on. He wants to go and watch the rugby. Good man.
Carrying. Where do we come out
if we stay on here? It'll drop us back down the hill to Ludwell.
Okay.
And then it's into Shaftesbury.
Yeah.
You can go back roads to Mere, back to your place.
Yeah.
Go to the farm, spray them off.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Bobbity bob bob bob.
We don't want that there. That was a breather pipe. Sorry, I got the camera wedged up against the seat. I just noticed a breather pipe right by the chain. Not that it'll be a problem, I'm sure. On the button. Go on, Rich. He had the same idea as me, silly sod. I think he just stalled it. RTG. I'll let him go in front. He's got glasses on and, well, they basically get soaking wet from my spray. Eat my dust! Yes! Nicely through the puddle on the back wheel. RTG, you maniac. Watch out for those undulations, RTG. Oh, I love popping that front wheel up through the puddles. It's great fun. It's childish and ace fun. Rich is aiming for every single puddle, I think. Oh, Walker. Let's slow her up a bit. I can smell fuel. The bike smells of petrol a bit. Cheers, thanks. I don't think he's having a happy Saturday. Looked a bit grumpy, doesn't he? Still, it's allowed to be. Oh man, yes, I'm getting wet. I'm trying to film him, but I'm getting splashed to fuck. I was in the wrong place there. I would imagine it's all over the screen as well. That was deeper than I thought. Oh man, it's dripping down the inside of my lid. How's the screen? Probably quite wet. These are a bit deeper, Rich. Well, I don't want to bloody jinx the thing, but last time, I think I said earlier, going through the puddles, it would misfire a bit and then conk out. It must have been that HT lead that Rich spotted and we changed. What an ace morning this had been. I'm just going a bit slower, otherwise the old wind gets in the microphone. RTG's just buggered off ahead for a minute. I've got to say, I am absolutely made up with this DR. We know that they are the reliable Aussie tractor, but there's just something quite special about it. I don't know, do people bond with their bikes? I've definitely bonded with this thing, even before I did all the work, but there's something quite special about just dragging some of those components into the 21st century, all the things that matter. And that headlight unit from One Adventure is just bloody spectacular. And also, sat here, that wind is hitting me clean in the eyes, just in the sort of the eyebrow sort of area. So it's also really good for perhaps doing a few more miles when you want to go somewhere. A bit like today. Bonjour! We're just coming towards the end of the trail, back down the hill, down the vale, through the Shire and back to Shaftesbury. You've been great, thanks for watching. Bonjour. I love speed bumps. Tell you what though, it doesn't our stink of fuel when you bounce around. Or it could be Richard's. Maybe it's not this one. I probably wouldn't smell it, would I, with the fuel down by my crotch. Yes, one last hop. This is what every girl deserves. A good hose down after a day out.